Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news the world's largest multilateral trade deal has now been signed. The RCEP, a 15-country trade deal covering a third of global GDP and 2.2 billion people, was signed yesterday and is now in force, and New Zealand was one of the signatories. New Zealand exported $36 billion of goods to RCEP countries and nearly $12 billion of services in 2019. It eliminated 92% of tariffs on traded goods and eased services trade as well. It is much shallower than the TPP and avoids the pesky environmental, labour and IP protections that TPP does. Therefore, China has been active in leading its adoption, and it is a big win for them. It is a major trade achievement, especially in the face of Trumpism. And in China, there is drama in their corporate bond market, with ripple effects spilling over into other markets. A state-owned coal miner has defaulted on 1 billion yuan's worth of bonds, triggering official investigations and wiping out equity market gains in Shanghai. And in Australia, ASIC is signalling it will release a report soon on the harms we continue to see in buy now, pay later sector, an unregulated corner exploiting credit regulation. American consumer sentiment fell rather sharply in early November as consumers judged future economic prospects less favourably, while their assessments of current economic conditions remained largely unchanged. Also going south was the US monthly budget deficit, which came in at $284 billion for the month, widening the annual result to $3.3 trillion in the year to October, easily a new high. And it is a massive 15.5% of 2020 nominal GDP. US Treasury 10-year yield will start today marginally up at 0.90%. And the price of gold is unchanged over the weekend and is now at $1,889 an ounce. And oil prices are lower again today by about 50 cents a barrel, so it's at $40 a barrel in the US, and the international price is now just under $43 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is unchanged today at 68.5 US cents, but is up more than 65 basis points from this time last week. Recall it was up 1.5 cents in the prior week. Against the Australian dollar, we're soft at 94.2 Australian cents, and against the euro, we're little changed at 57.9 euro cents. That means our trade weighted index is now at 71.4. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.